The girl saw something terrifying on the news. She suspected her father might actually be a deranged serial killer because the girl on the news was wearing a necklace that was exactly the same as hers, and that necklace was a birthday gift from her father not long ago. In disbelief, she quickly took it off to compare, but to her shock, even the scratches on it were exactly the same as the one on the news. Daisy felt really scared, so she immediately looked up recent news about missing girls, but the results shocked her. 13 people in town had been murdered recently, and what was even scarier, but when she opened it was full of methods of committing crimes. Before Daisy could react, she heard the sound of a car outside. It was her father coming home from work. Seeing this, Daisy hurriedly put the sketchbook back and secretly took a bottle of anesthetics, then quickly escaped from his room. But when she got back to her room, she suddenly remembered the TV downstairs was still on, so she quickly ran downstairs and turned it off right before her father walked in. But then Daisy noticed her father was wearing leather gloves. Feeling suspicious, she asked why, but her father quickly said it was because it was cold. Seeing this, Daisy didn't say anything else. The next morning, Daisy tested her father with the necklace. She asked if he bought it secondhand to save money, because it had many small flaws. Her father said he didn't check carefully when buying it.
So then maybe you can exchange it for a new one.
But he refused her, saying the store only had that one left. After he left for work, Daisy took a flashlight and climbed up to the attic. But to her surprise, it was full of old scattered stuff. While she was searching, she accidentally broke the ceiling. Daisy quickly got back up and saw it was her own room below. Luckily, that meant she wouldn't be found by her father, and just then she found a box. When she opened it, it was full of women's jewelry, one she had never seen before, and they weren't her mother's. She picked up one to look and saw dried blood on the ring. Since she couldn't escape, she decided to confront her father. When he saw the jewelry, he froze.
What is this, Dad?
He said it was all her mother's. Daisy showed him the bloody ring and asked what the blood was, but he said it was paint. Daisy confronted him. She pulled out the necklace and asked if he killed someone, and showed the photo from the news. Her father got furious.
But that doesn't explain.
You're turning into her. Do you know that? Neurotic and paranoid until the end.
Did you kill her?
No, Kim.
Oh my God, did you kill Mom?
At that moment, her familiar father looked like a stranger. She ran back to her room, and he dropped an earring while chasing her. By the time he got upstairs, knowing they were coming, he started gaslighting her, saying without his care, she would have been locked in a mental hospital. He knew her weakness, and after a while, Daisy gave in. Soon the police came. Daisy stayed silent. Her father told them she had agoraphobia and was taking antidepressants, so they left. Her father was pleased. After he went to rest, Daisy turned on her computer, trying to ask for help online, but no one was online. She knew she couldn't wait. While he was sleeping, she went to the kitchen, took a knife for protection, and poured a glass of water. But when she turned around, she stepped on the earring. The noise alerted her father. She started doubting herself. Could she have killed her mom? Her father reached for the knife, but Daisy reacted quickly. She cut his hand and ran outside. But once she got out the door, her phobia kicked in again. She got dizzy and tumbled down the stairs. Her father calmly walked over, holding a syringe. When Daisy woke up, she was locked in her room. Her phone and computer were gone. Even the windows were sealed. She screamed for help, but her father ignored her as he left. Daisy tried to pry open the lock, but it didn't work. Then she saw the hole in the ceiling and came up with an idea. He told her to come out, but to Daisy, he looked like a demon. No matter what he said, she stayed hidden. Seeing she wouldn't come out, he smashed the boards. Daisy crawled under the floor. Her father followed the noise and smashed the floor, but it didn't break. Then he used a chainsaw and cut the boards open. He jumped down and searched everywhere. Daisy hid in a corner. When she looked back, he found her, but just as they climbed out, the doorbell rang. He told Daisy to go upstairs. It was her therapist. Her father made up a reason to send her away, but Daisy walked down, wrote a note asking for help, put it under the cup, and poured the anesthetic into his tea. She served the drinks. He drank without suspecting anything. The therapist took a sip, but the note fell. She didn't see it. Daisy felt hopeless. Her father saw the note. Sensing danger, he ended the conversation. As the therapist left, the note stuck to her shoe. It fell off at the door. Daisy couldn't move because her father had pulled out a knife. She stared at the note. The therapist finally saw it. She picked it up and froze at the word help. Her father's eyes changed. He dragged her inside. Daisy was horrified. Her father really was the killer. That night, Daisy's hands were tied. Her father brought out the jewelry box and told the truth. Freed, she immediately calls the police, revealing all about her father's murders. But as soon as she turns around, she horrifically discovers her father on the floor has disappeared. Turning around, she sees her father already behind her. Seems her anesthetic dose wasn't enough. Her father woke up in less than 10 minutes. He first smashes the phone, but after learning Daisy called the police, this, he realizes he can't escape, so he brings a large can of gasoline, pours it on Daisy, then sprinkles it on the corpses, finally pours gasoline on himself. His twisted love makes him even in death, unwilling to let Daisy escape his grasp. Just as her father is about to strike a match, Daisy uses the knife to cut him, then desperately runs upstairs. Enraged, her father throws the match at the doctor. Soon the fire spreads to the second floor. This sicko man eventually dies in the fire. Daisy quickly goes to the bathroom and breaks the window glass, slowly slides down the pipe to the ground, breathing the fresh outside air. But this time Daisy's phobia doesn't act up. Seems with her father's death, her previous illness also disappears. And from today on, Daisy will completely start a new life.